Hi everyone. There is a learner in every human being, but adopting different methods or techniques of learning is greatly influenced by individual interest. In fact, there are some topics which are quite confusing and it's very hard to remember them, especially at the time of examination. Today I'm going to focus on one topic which is from psychology, but it's also a part of many other subjects like psychiatric social work, educational psychology for B.Ed students, and also psychiatric nursing and advanced nursing concept. I'll give you a small intro about the topic. It's related to set of techniques applied by human mind in order to overcome emotional disaster or emotional trauma. I think you can guess the topic. Yes, it's about defense mechanisms or ego mechanisms. It's otherwise called as adjustment mechanisms because what happens here is when human mind loses its equilibrium and it undergoes certain situations like anxiety, frustrations and conflicts, it adopts a number of adjustment mechanisms or protective mechanisms in order to recover from these situations. So that's about ego mechanisms or defense mechanisms. So there are 15 defense mechanisms we are going to cover today. There could be many more mechanisms, but I'm going to focus only on those 15 ego mechanisms. I'm just going to list out the ego mechanisms and not going to give you any explanation. So for professionals or working people, it's not mandatory to recollect all this, but of course for students it's good to recollect it and remember it so that you can score very well in your examination. So I'm going to teach you a method where you can learn these mechanisms very easily without any kind of confusion. So let's start. So what I did is, those for 15 defense mechanisms, I made 3 categories. So category number 1 cover 6 mechanisms, whereas category number 2 covers 5 mechanisms, and the last category covers 4 mechanisms. Okay, so it's only to enlist the protective mechanisms. Okay, so first one is like IPRR is IS. IPRR is. Second category is CRR SW. And the third category is FUND. FUND. It's very easy to remember. So I have covered 6 in first. 6 plus 5 plus 4, total 15. So let's see what is first category. So first category, there are 6 IPRR is. I stands for identification, P stands for projection, R stands for rationalization, again R stands for reaction formation, I stands for introjection, whereas S stands for sublimation. So that's about the first category. Now I'm going to tell you about the second category, that is CRR SW. C stands for compensation. Next 2 categories are very easy to remember, repression and regression. Then S stands for substitution, whereas W stands for withdrawal. So that's about the second category of defense mechanism. And moving on to the last category, I made it as like FUND. F stands for fantasy, U stands for undoing, whereas N stands for negativism, and D stands for displacement. So let's have a quick review. Once again, I'll show you the formula. IPRR is CRR SW FUND, FUND. So identification, projection, rationalization, reaction formation, introjection, sublimation. In second category, compensation, regression, repression, substitution, withdrawal. Then moving on to the third category, FUND. F stands for fantasy, undoing, negativism, displacement. So hope it's useful. Thanks for watching, and the explanation, pictorial explanation will be updated later. Thank you.